So the final type of infusion that I want to demonstrate for you for the NICU care area is an enteral infusion. Remember, an enteral infusion is delivered orally or via the enteral route to go through a tube that is inserted into the patient's nose or mouth into the stomach. Sometimes the tube is inserted gastrically through the stomach, the abdominal skin. So for this care area, we have to actually leave NICU and scroll down and find enteral care area. The reason that there is an enteral feeding care area that is different from the NICU or any other care area is because we wanted to isolate the syringes available to just enteral syringes. This is to avoid the issues with misconnections where an enteral fluid is delivered via the IV or parenteral route or vice versa. So I've scrolled down and I will select my enteral feeding care area. And then my list of syringes come up. Again, typically this would be just one type of syringe and all the others would be under all syringes. I've already loaded a Baxter ENFit syringe. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. And then I need to confirm that this is a Baxter ENFit syringe. Same messaging around incorrect brand or size leading to harm. Ask me if I want to prime with the pump, as it always does. I can say yes or no, but typically this is, again, a volume over time infusion. Priming is not as critical, but some users may just want to get in the practice of priming every single time. As I mentioned, it's typically volume over time. Some facilities may set up their enteral infusions as mils per hour. So rather than entering a volume over time, they'll set up, 5 mLs to deliver over 1 hour. So they'll just set up 10 mLs per hour. Either way, the fluid, enteral fluid, cannot hang longer than 4 hours, so it'll never be a true mils per hour or continuous infusion. I'm going to go ahead and skip priming at this time. Gives me an option to select my solution. I see formula is not spelled correctly. I'm going to go down and I'm going to select breast milk. Select my configuration, which is going to be a variable volume over time. And now you'll see that my breast milk is highlighted in orange to match the orange syringe, which I have loaded. It doesn't demonstrate orange on my simulator, but it would be an orange Baxter ENFit syringe. So it indicates to my user as she's programming that I am in the enteral care area and should be using an enteral type of syringe. So let's say I'm going to deliver 10 mLs over 5 minutes. Remember, it's hours and minutes. I got a soft limit, but that's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and accept my soft limit. And now I can start my infusion. And now while my infusion is running, I have my orange banner across the top. My syringe is orange to indicate that it is an enteral syringe. And from across the room, I can see that this syringe pump is my enteral syringe pump. In the future, there will be a faceplate that can be added to match the syringe itself and designate the pump as an enteral only pump. In that case, there would be potentially only the enteral care area on these pumps. But currently, as we launch, what we'll have is the colored banner and the colored syringe. So I hope that answered most of your questions regarding what types of infusions would be delivered in a NICU. Just let me give you a quick recap. It's a continuous weight-based infusion that I would demonstrate using either dopamine or dobutamine. I would also demonstrate an antibiotic like cefotaxime, but I would want to make sure that the antibiotic that I chose from the drug library was one where I could reduce the delivery time to just a short amount of time so that I didn't have to wait for the infusion to complete to get to the flush. Of course, for flush, you could demonstrate a flush at the same rate or a flush as a volume over time infusion. You should demonstrate a volume over time infusion as a multi-syringe infusion, which I typically use PRBCs for. And then in enteral infusion, you could use breast milk, typically as a volume over time infusion as well. I hope that helped you. Thank you.